Climate change is a huge epidemic facing the world. Pollution is damaging the ozone layer, and so much waste is going to our lakes and oceans. What do you think is one way we can stop the carelessness of our people to save our planet?
Well, first of all, I believe that everything starts with education. People don't know a whole lot about it, I believe, and so educating people, getting the word out there of what we are doing that is affecting our planet is the first step. And hopefully with education, when people learn about any topic, then they generally start to care more about what's going on. And I believe that something that has always been an issue, even when I was 8 years old, in third grade, I remember first hearing about the ozone and the hole in the ozone layer and all of those kinds of things. And so educating people and what the issue is generates concern, and then we can make some steps, some commitments to make our world around us individually and then collectively make it better by taking certain steps. But it starts with education.
Do you believe that people are the reason for global warming? If so, why?
Ooh, that's a hot button topic right there. I can't say personally that I've done a whole lot of research on that topic. I know that it is a political hot topic right now. Some people believe that there are some things that people are doing that are, controlling what's going on with global warming. Then there are some other people on the other side that don't believe that it is people. But also do believe that humans also play a part as well, have a role in what's going on with our environment, with global warming. To what extent, I don't know. It could be something as much as, or as little as 10% to up to 90%. Who knows exactly what that exact number is? But I do believe that regardless of whether we're completely responsible or not responsible hardly at all, I still believe that we as human beings should be more aware and more responsible in how we care for our planet anyway. Whether we're completely responsible for global warming or not, we still have a lot that we can do better for our planet.
Thanks, man. Okay, look. So we're doing this embedded assessment for our English honors class, and it has to do with climate change and global warming. So we're gonna ask you a couple of questions, and we want your take on it. Your input. Okay. So look, there are 62,500 power plants working all over the world. China is still producing some power plants. What is your idea, or what do you think we can do to reduce the pollution and or power plants?
Well, it depends on what actually the power plants are producing. What are they? I mean, what is the company? What are they manufacturing? What are they producing? Are they producing? Is it clothing? Is it auto? Is it nuclear? I mean, it's a lot of stuff that they're actually doing over there. So we don't have any input what they do over there. That's the biggest part.
Okay. So what do you think? Okay, so just for regular things. So you know how semi trucks, how they give off all the pollution?
Right.
So how do you think we could reduce that? Because the pollution that you give off is greenhouse gases, which is ruining our ozone layer, which is what makes global warming happen. What do you think we could do to reduce that?
Probably change the manifest that's within the gas. What kind of fuel we're using. That has a big factor in what comes out of those things. So if we can produce something where it wouldn't give so much exhaust, into our air, then we could probably change it that way.
As a teacher, obviously, I'm going to be skewed because unlike a lot of the people who still fight for that kind of thing, their argument is, we need the power now, I don't care about my grandchildren. I'm a teacher. My job is literally worrying about everybody's kids. What we can do to stop it, I mean, a lot of us are already working hard at it. We've got all these solar power plants, we've got the wind power plants, we've had hydroelectricity for decades. So it's kind of crazy that we're still doing things that are hurting us when we know that they're hurting us, and we already know the means to avoid hurting ourselves.
Okay, do you personally think that nuclear power plants are safer than nuclear power reactors?
It really comes down to safety protocols. Anything really can be dangerous if you don't follow through, if you don't have proper maintenance on any of the equipment that you're using.
Do you think we should get rid of these nuclear power plants and or reactors?
Honestly, I'm kind of torn, because on the one hand, the material that we have available to us now, there is that high danger, but at the same time, if they are properly maintained, they can be very effective, and they are certainly more renewable than fossil fuels.
Okay, so how do you feel just about climate change in general?
It's bad. You're looking at the climate change that we have right here in California, which has been kind of crazy. You know, cold just 1 month before summer begins, but as you know, I'm from the Midwest, so I've got family where they've been dealing with those polar vortexes all winter long. People have been dying, homeless people dying, students dying on college campuses as they're walking between classes. That's pretty intense.
Okay. So my peer Deja was talking about how we could somehow put a tax on how much pollution these power plants or power reactors give off. How do you feel about that tax? Carbon tax, that.
I think in theory it's fantastic. The problem is that we realize that as corrupt as our government is, those wealthy millionaires that are running those things, they'll always find a loophole to get out of paying that tax, as you see them doing right now with literally every single tax that heads their way. And it's funny you would say Trump, because that's one of the things that I've been pointing out to my students all year long. As easy it is to point fingers at Trump, and he does do a lot of ridiculous things, the fact of the matter is he wouldn't be in a position to do those things if the American public didn't keep backing him up. Granted, he has a low approval rating right now, but there are the people who still love him. They love him passionately. And the people who are against him need to do more to actually stop him rather than just sitting around complaining about it.
That's some deep logic right there, man. Thank you, Mr. Austin.